Okay, so I'm already live streaming. Perfect. Okay, so as I promised, I think it was last Sunday, I am going to watch only the second episode of HBO's adaptation Velma. So, a little recount of what I saw the first episode or the pilot. Um, I really don't want to repeat myself over into it, but the thing is that there isn't really that much to talk about the episode, except of how bad it is, as in terms of jokes that are trying to make the show feel a bit beta, a bit meta, and it doesn't really work. It doesn't work the fact that it's trying to be like ultra woke. Doesn't help either that the jokes are just too flat in my opinion, and I was really working hard trying to pinpoint who is this type of comedy intended to. I couldn't think of any kind of audience that will really enjoy this kind of comedy. um, so far we have a little bit of story already worked out. We have two murders, two girls whose brains have been extracted somehow. We got a little bit about Velma, about everything that has been going through. We also got a little bit glimpse of this really dark story about her mom. Then we got a bit of Fred, who is this spoiled rich kid, and Daphne, who is the bad popular girl, and Norville, who is like the good guy, the straight guy who doesn't do drugs and stuff. Um, we see the environment, uh, very modern, uh, and trying to make cliches. This is something that I really didn't understand. I feel like this program is trying to make cliches after cliches of things that I am really not sure. Hi, Mike. Haven't seen it. Uh, Really, in all honesty, I wouldn't recommend you to watch it. I am sacrificing myself for other people who watch it, but it's really bad. Anyway, um, I really miss the old cartoons. I have a Scooby Doo plush toy. And by the way, there's no Scooby Doo in this series. There's no dog here. And the only thing that I could say I would rescue about this episode are the hallucinations or the visions that Velma has. I think this is the only thing that I will rescue from this episode. So let's see what happens in the second. Apparently, the hallucinations are not going to go easily. This is something that makes Velma who she is. And she is going to try to solve the mystery about her mom leaving. At the same time, she's trying to solve the mystery of the murders. At first, it was because if she didn't solve the crime in 24 hours, then she will get arrested, because obviously that's how the police work. I really miss a Hollywood willing to take risks on the new stories and refreshing old stories. The thing is, this is something that I've been really complaining about, Mike. There are new stories to tell. There are no really many stories. They are trying to recycle, Hollywood in this case is trying to recycle over and over stories that we already fell in love with, but now try to get, the diversity token into these stories. And sometimes the stories can actually work trying to add, diversity. For example, this is a very far example I get from this, like Bridgerton. This type of soap opera, I would say. Bridgerton seems to be very original in an alternate universe where the queen is African European, I would say. I don't know, the king marries a black woman, and now all races are allowed to have nobility in this, in the old English royalty. So making it a separate original story made audiences feel really interested, and especially because the protagonist both are incredibly attractive, and so it worked. Okay, but when they are trying to just force the characters into people that we know were not like that, like in the case of, the Rings of Power, or the Boleyn Queen, it just doesn't work. Okay, and it falls flat. Anyway, so I got my Velma episode here ready. Um, the age of executives who sign all the money, they rehash stories, those executives. Well, the thing is that I think originality is something that is really being missed in many TV shows. There is no originality because people is claiming back to nostalgia. Okay, people just remembers the good times, and this is something like, Taika Waititi, or whatever his name is trying to do. He's trying to bombard on nostalgia and trying to bring back the cool stuff that we used to like, but there's nothing underneath. There's no story, there's nothing new to support this nostalgia, and it's just not working. And this is happening to pretty much everything. The Ghostbusters, for example, just got ruined twice. The Predator movies ruined. Well, Prey was kind of something easy to get off, but the Terminator movies ruined. Everything that was back in the day that will bring us joy, and like the music, the sounds, and all, they are all just trying to bombard it back, and it's gonna run thin. Like back in the 2000s, it was all about the superhero. 20 years after, we're just all up to here with superheroes. And this is going to be the same with the 80s and the 90s vibe. You'll see it. You'll see. Anyway, I'm about to hit play here. Let's see what happens if this is not. Prey. Yeah, pretty good. I like Bullet Train too, but Bullet Train is a little bit original and it's a completely different type of action. I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, which I'm also gonna watch for this channel, and I think those are like pretty good action movies that were released in 2022. Anyway, this is a 25-minute episode, so I am going to endure cringe after cringe moment for 25 minutes. Here I go. I hope you can hear. Anyway, because the volume is really low. The she has no brain super joke. Okay, so Fred is innocent. So we got the second dead body. How can this kid walk around with each leg with a bullet hole? It's not small, it's scared. Oh my goodness. Oh, Daphne's making a lot of money. A dead fish? Okay, that was a bit funny. The yellow vest. What are you, poor? That's a bit dark. It was better. Ah, with the jokes. My goodness, this is. I just don't get it. Is it really like that? I mean, it's been a long time since I've ever stepped on a high school, and I can't tell if everyone was stoned. Is it now like that? So what? You got used to the hallucinations? I don't get it. What? So yes, they are super stoned. Difference between who ditches people to be cool. Velma. Okay. Oh no, she's pulling the all we were friends card. This is not cool. I don't. Well, she has a point to be asking for $500 for the file. I don't think it's really that bad. Okay, I got a little bit of connection issues, but I'm gonna stop it here. It's only been 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And I kind of feel embarrassed because I am really not getting any of this episode. Like I'm trying to find the cool stuff out of it. I don't see it. I know that this is not children's humor, but it sometimes feels like this is meant for children. Yeah, I know there were a couple of kids who were stoned, but not like everybody. Like the show is trying to make us see, like everyone is absolutely stoned to the point where the smoke gets into a patrol car. So I'm not sure. Uh, it's just I don't know. It's pretty bad. Okay, so now we're Fred and his parents, two cute dogs, and apparently Belma's dad. So let's see what. Wait, I need to put this thing a little bit higher because I feel that the volume is really low, and I don't think people is gonna get it from my phone anyway. So I'm just gonna lift my computer a little extra so that you can probably hear a bit better. Here we go. Okay, so a company that's meant for jewelry. Okay. Oh, yeah, so breakfast should be with alcohol? And he's drooling. Oh my. Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, Love and Dead Robots. I love Dead and Robots. I'm not really that into anime. A couple of things I might watch, but I'm not. It's not really my thing, in all honesty. So what? This guy doesn't even know how to eat. Woke up this morning, got myself a beer. Yeah, story of my life. Oh, apparently now we got a blonde guy who's not an asshole. And I got a lot of noise outside of my apartment. I'm really sorry about that. I don't understand. What's the issue with Daphne's mothers? Why do they have to be like trying to be hip? What am I talking about? Let's continue. It's like I said nothing. Okay. Well, I gotta say I found another good thing about Velma, and that is that the animation is really not that bad. And I've seen really crappy animation, like the new Thundercats was awful, and the new She-Ra was awful animation. This is not so bad. Hey, look, Norval is doing what I'm doing. Junji Ito Maniac is an anthology of contemporary Japanese ghost stories. They are subtle. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really into like Japanese. Basically anything. I really don't watch that much of that. A few things, like I said, from back in the day. I know. I used to watch them back in the day. And IOU. Oh, she's trust me. On that one, I didn't get to read. Sorry. Okay, so this girl is the drug dealer in the school, Daphne. Okay, this whole thing is based like Norville. I'm not kidding. Norville just mentioned, oh, in teen movies, when a girl needs money, the other friend sells whatever. Okay, and now this is like in TV shows, it's morally okay to sell drugs if your life's unset. Stop it! Like, do you really? Okay, base it on a fucking book. Have you read one? Everything is based on movies. Everything is based on TV shows. Like, oh, okay, okay. No, he doesn't do drugs. Shaggy doesn't do drugs, and he's like super clean. And now the drug dealer here is Daphne. That's what's going on in this TV show. It's okay. Minorities on TV only deal drugs. Like, this is the third reference to base everything on television. What the actual? Why is there a bra hanging from a school toilet? No, you should have seen the first episode. They actually do go meta, saying that in the first episode there's always a lot of sex and a lot of nudity. I'm not kidding. That's like in the first 3 minutes of the episode. They started speaking about, and they show naked girls, like, with blur and stuff. So, yeah, this is an HBO being meta about sex and nudity. So, yeah, they're not being subtle at all. Okay, so was Daphne got pretty close to her face. Is that supposed to be some sort of tension? Yeah, HBO was about that since Rome and Six Feet Under, and obviously Game of Thrones and all of those shows. But I don't know. I suppose that in this case, this Kelly girl, I have no idea what the name of this actress is, but the Kelly girl from The Office she was trying to do something really different, but she's not doing anything different. She's basing everything on what she says or what the writers say happen on movies or happen on TV shows. Um, like, minorities on TV sell drugs to escape poverty. What? What? Yeah, it's it's kind of hypocritical. I don't know if they were being honest. El Chapo. Sorry, I didn't get to see that message. Is like something in the 70s? I didn't get. Whoa, wait. Normal is not clean. Wait. They were just watching something about the munchies, and Norville was hosting it, so he was supposed to be like super clean and no drugs. But he's a stoner. He's telling stoners how to get the munchies. And Vilma is going to sell drugs to the same people who was watching that video, so of course he is. Well, probably. I mean, the Marlboro Man was the Marlboro Man for like 17 years, and he never smoked. So, I don't know. Obviously, again, white people are assholes. So she's a quick mouth. She's destroying Daphne's business because she's too judgmental. Oh, the director is sleeping with the lead actress, another cliche, I suppose. More drugs, everyone's smoking. Okay, now Norval's gonna sell a kidney. That pretty much sucks. I don't know. I guess it's also kind of depressing the kind of society that they're trying to portray. Like, all kids are stoned. Velma's a mean girl. She's a nasty, mean girl. Like, she has a pretty. She's judgmental, and this is what people has been like trying to teach her in this episode, that she's being too judgmental, and this is why she's destroying Daphne's uh, business, selling drugs. I don't know. It's just I'm kind of getting desperate to find a joke or something that goes like, oh wow, this is actually worthwhile, or good thing I spent 25 minutes watching this piece of crap. But no, nothing happens, and this is, I don't know. Oh, it's still the Fred trial. They dressed him up like a toddler. Well, thank you for clarifying that that was Hitler and not Chaplin. Kinky? No, I don't think it's kinky at all. The whole place is like dirty, the bathrooms are disgusting, the streets are full of trash. Like, everything seems very depressing. Unexpected twist. No, not in a diaper. He was like with shorts and like small like clothes, like a little jacket and a little lollipop and super long lashes, and speaking like a child. Did they just fall in love? Something like that, yeah. But am I getting this correct? That Daphne and Velma just fell in love? They just touched hands and it went like anime kind of design, and now they're running away from Daphne's mother. I suppose they're gonna be a thing, I guess? Because, so I take it like Daphne is bisexual, I guess? Because she was dating Fred. Fred is now going to trial, and now she apparently has a thing for Velma. But I mean, it does kind of make sense because apparently Daphne and Velma are both horrible people. So it kind of, and Fred is also horrible. But I guess the fact that the three of them get together, probably they'll go with that. I don't know. But Daphne and Velma, okay. I would say I would be shocked. But at this point, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, they're a thing. Ooh, wow, edgy, Edgy, I tell you. Edgy. No. Not edgy. And my internet, for some reason, was supposed to be better, and apparently it's just, pulling my leg. So here we go. So the mothers are chasing Daphne and they don't recognize her? No, apparently it's both ways. Both, they do have a thing for each other. And now they're being chased by a police car. I just hit a baby. Oh, miraculously didn't kill a baby. So yeah, people, stoners. If it wasn't for those million kids, yeah. Oh, it cannot be Candyman. Now it's a candy person. They are gonna make out. Oh no, they didn't make out, but they were really close. Yeah, candy peeps. Yeah. You see, everywhere the street is full of graffiti and trash and litter. I don't get it. What's the point of trying to be realistic or overly realistic with this kind of design? Um, the thing is that it's really not moving anything except for the bathroom. Marshmallow makeout, yeah. I don't know, is this supposed to be edgy? The fact that they are gonna be a couple or they're gonna be a thing? Oh, and Norville is not gonna get anything because Velma is now with Daphne, I guess. I suppose this is what's gonna be going on. So okay, I get it. Norville is not as a good person. The stoners recognized him. Why are you two a good team? You haven't sold anything. Hello, Wayne. I'm having a hard time trying to get through this episode. I think already the bad hallucinations that she had the past episode were pretty much a reflect on how badly Velma sees the world. So what does inhalers have to do with doing drugs? Is it a thing? Wait, she doesn't. I don't get it. So now Velma doesn't want Fred to be innocent, to be found innocent, but he already said he was innocent. Like, he was not trying to kill the other girl, he was paying her off. He was giving her money so that she wouldn't tell everyone that he's a late bloomer. And now he is going to trial for that? Because why again? I don't get it. I am really not. Was a thing with the neighbors and smoking pot about 10 years ago. Wow, well. I suppose that's the thing then. Oh. And he really had to spit water on her face after he called her to help. I don't get that. But now, what she's gonna. You see, people all around, they look like. Not even stoners, they look like people who do crack. Oh, well, there's a kid, I'm not kidding. Spit takes two. Yeah, spit takes two, go figure. And on Velma's face, because, she's a loser. And Fred only does that to losers, because he's a douchebag. But apparently he's a helpless douchebag because this is the second time I see people cutting his food. Like, his mom cut his pancakes and now the butler is doing his meal. So I suppose that Velma is like, oh yeah, he's totally innocent because because he can't do anything on his own. I suppose this is what they're trying. I don't know. Oh man, this is so boring. It's boring and it's even worse. This thing is getting stuck because I'm not getting any internet. Like, all of my bandwidth is going off with you guys. But yeah, it's really becoming. And I suppose now this Norval character also is going to trying to get her affection away with a top hat. Oh my god, with the buses outside, they are so noisy. Oh, and she wouldn't swear to God. What, they're transmitting the trial live? Can you people do that? River's Edge with Keanu Reeves. I can't remember if I have. River's Edge. I have no idea if I've seen that. Wait, Fred doesn't even know how to use the fork and the knife? Oh, so yeah, she went through, like, he couldn't cut his own meal, so obviously he couldn't cut through this girl's brains. Oh, lucky that um, I'm trying to find River's Edge and trying to pay attention to this piece of crap and to you guys. Sorry. No, I haven't seen this. Oh no, wait, this is a Japanese movie? Oh. Yeah, I'm getting something from 2018. And it's like Japanese cinema. Uh, oh no, I haven't seen this movie. 1987. Oh, Crispin Glover, isn't it? Dennis Hopper. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else I know. Oh, no, this thing's back. They just made a horrible joke. Like, now I won't be able to represent some sort of team. And there's a little cushion, I'm not kidding, on the floor, and it says, laugh. Like, they are asking us to laugh out of their lousy jokes. Okay, so now Daphne is outside of her door, I think, willing to speak. Oh, good. There's only 3 minutes left in this thing. Ah, she's giving her the file. Of course she was gonna do it, because story. Perhaps. But I'm not really sure they fit anywhere, these characters. Oh, she's having the hallucinations again. This is not funny. Like, trying to make her laugh, and the hallucination is really winning over Velma. Oh, she's gonna kiss her, isn't she? She did. Peyote Velma, yeah. That's just. Yeah, they kissed. Oh, they're making out. Oh, and Merville just watched. Rum comes kiss my ass. Okay, so this was the fourth. Ah. Oh, wait. Post credit scene. Yeah, everyone is innocent inside of Yale, right? I don't know, this is. I don't think I want to watch the third and fourth episode. Not even for the curiosity to see how bad they are. I was watching, well, not watching, but I was like scrolling down on my YouTube feed, and I just saw that. I think it was from the Critical Drinker. I just saw the thumbnail. I haven't really watched it, saying that it's a dumpster fire, and other YouTubers are calling it like it's getting even worse. Like from episode 2 to episode 4, it got even worse. And I don't know what worse means. I don't know if the jokes got flatter. Like, I cannot see anything as flat as the jokes here. And I am not a comedy expert, but I do love laughing, and I can laugh out of the most miserable things. And this thing really didn't make me laugh at all. Mindy something is this girl, Constance Wu. I do feel I know the name Constance Wu. Anyway, um, I don't know how to describe this in terms of how boring and how unattractive it is. I couldn't keep my attention to it. And the jokes, like I said, I already got the first round of woke um, jokes, like from the past episode, thrashing rich people, thrashing white people, trashing authority, trashing the system, I would say, everything. And here, it's pretty much the same over and over. I think it was a bit less. No, they were also like criticizing Velma for being too harsh on people and losing all the sales because she is too harsh. We get it. We got that from the beginning. Um, oh, Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Um, Let me see if it's the one I. Yeah, it's the. Yeah, I know who she is. Well, this girl is Daphne. I don't know. Oh yeah, she was in Hustlers. Yeah, of course. Anyway, I really have nothing to say about this except for how fucking boring this is. Sometimes things can be pretty bad. Um, like I said in the past episode, like you watch The Room because of how bad it is. You watch all of those 70s horror films where everything was latex and ketchup, and you watch them because they are so bad. You sometimes enjoy that something can be that bad and still has its own personality. Here, the only thing that I would say has its own personality is the animation. The animation is not dull, is not, I don't know how to say. It seems to have a better production in my opinion. I've seen animation that is just like hurtful because it's just like really basic. In this case, I would say it has its own style, is not bad at all. Uh, but the production in it, like, I mean, the way that they are describing everything around, like so full of trash, full of litter, dirty bathrooms, the lockers are also stained, people look dirty, look, like stoners, look like homeless. Um, is this a way that they are trying to portray, they are trying to represent the good folk? Like, Velma's supposed to be part of the good folk, right? Like she's honest, she's intelligent, she is not a fake person, she doesn't sell drugs, she had a good relationship with her mom apparently or something. So here you don't really get to see who's the good people because Velma doesn't seem to be that good considering how mean she can be to other people, and she didn't treat her mom nicely. So who's the guy that is the good person? Probably Norville, but apparently Norville is doing drugs or helping people do drugs. It's not clear yet. But in all honesty, I don't feel like finding out. I don't care if he does drugs because he was supposed to do them because he was Shaggy, but trying to give it this spin. And then in the second episode, they're trying to plant the mystery, is he or not? I don't know. I think they are trying to base Velma on Daria. I did feel this after I finished my first reaction. I thought this was like, oh yeah, Daria. I thought was a bit related. The thing is that Daria had a better, in my opinion, was a little bit. Um, she was being original. In what terms? Everything she said was basically her opinion. Here, everything that Velma says is because TV says so, because teen movies say so, because mystery movies say so. It's not her opinion per se, and this is something that I've seen from basically every character. What happened to Scooby? Yeah, I don't think they even consider to give any effort. I mean, if they didn't make that much effort in their jokes, I don't think they even made the effort to justify Scooby's disappearance, or just lack of. Um, but in all honesty, it's not really that good. It's tiresome because you are basically listening to the same joke over and over. So this is what makes it like, I was really looking down at the time bar to see how much time I had left, because this is like forgettable would be. They are trying to be edgy. I get it. They are trying to be edgy, but we've already seen this. Like I said, I think this whole market from, the Toon House and Rick and Morty and this Horseman, the BoJack cartoon, and Family Guy and American Dad and Kings of the Hill, all of these already took over. I don't think Velma is making anything original at all. And they are throwing it to our face by saying, oh, in teen movies this happened. Oh, in this shows this happens. They are throwing it to our faces like, look, we're not being original. We're basing all of our jokes and all of our story, the continuity of this, on other movies. All of their characters are taken from originals, which was the old 70s cartoons. I might rethink. Listen, honey, I'm 42 years old. I'm an old person at this step, and rethinking about anime. No, I tried anime. I tried Ghost in the Shell. I tried other shows around. It's just not my thing. Okay, I did try. I did like Cowboy Bebop. I was a big fan of the old, like, you call it Trainer Z. For us, is Messenger Set, or Messenger Set in my case. Those were the good times, okay? But I'm not an anime person. I tried, it's not my thing, okay? The thing here is, Velma is so unoriginal, and this is probably what made me feel a bit not liking it, is that they know they're not original, they're throwing it to your face, and then the other jokes that might feel a bit original feel like they were taken out of a children's book by more than 1,000 years. It's okay, but still, it's not the thing anyway. Not the thing for me. I think this is what really got me from the show. Jokes are, yeah, and the past episode is like, did you fall? She does fall on her face, and Norval is like stupid enough to ask, did you fall? And then she, on her witty sarcasm, goes like, oh no, I fell gracefully like a swan. It's not funny. And the same thing here happened. Like, every time they try to do a joke, like, oh, this is as funny as watching this person doing this thing. Those jokes are not funny anymore, in my opinion. And sometimes humor, this is something that when it comes to diversity, people say, like, you don't have to take the jokes on somebody else's appearance. And I totally agree with that. It's not good, it's not healthy, it's not, it shouldn't be acceptable when you are making fun of somebody else's appearance. But then we have like, okay, but I have the right to make fun of my own appearance, and that's okay. But then there's a point where it's too heavy-handed, and this has already crossed in every limits. I don't know if Velma was actually an experiment to see how far can they get with the woke agenda. Um, because even though a lot of people support it, like yeah, I agree with this elements from the woke culture. A lot of us don't agree with many of them, and it's probably not even that we don't agree. Sometimes it's that we don't even care. Things that for some people, oh my god, the world's gonna end. For us, it's not like that. And this show is not even going to. It's not even aiming to have a message. I don't see a message. I don't see a positive message. Velma has been already manipulated by her now flame to go sell drugs, which is highly illegal. I don't see any good messages here. Not even from Norville. Norville was like, oh no, I don't do drugs. And I'm not saying, oh, that should be the good stuff. Like, oh yeah, they don't do drugs. That's the good thing. No, you probably couldn't even be touching the subject of drugs. But where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? What is good, what is not good? Okay? I don't know. It's kind of disappointing to see. These are young people. Everyone who is part of Velma, I suppose they are young people. And they managed to make a product that everyone seems to hate. At least I don't hate it. It's just that it was kind of difficult to go through it, like not wanting to see something else, not wanting to, like, just check on my phone if I have any other more texts from people. Because it's really that bad. I wasn't engaged. And I think it's because everything seems so, like I said, unoriginal, but at the same time so predictable at the same time that it's not funny. It's not funny anymore. So this is it. I'm signing off. I don't want to make this over an hour for a 25-minute episode because it's really not worth it. Don't watch the show. Get it from me. Don't watch it. It's really dull. I'm pretty sure there are better things that can occupy your time, like trying to learn a different dish. You may try to learn a second language. You may try to, do one of those tasty recipes. I don't know, something that will be a lot more worth your time. In my case, I just feel like I want my 50 minutes back from the 2 episodes that I wasted my life on. It's pretty bad in my opinion. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'll try to release my Star Trek episode as soon as I can. I will be starting with the review video and then the reaction video for my patrons. Thank you for joining me again. I'll see you in the next one, and bye. Good gracious Lord, this is over. Bye.